Welcome back to Let's Play Rome Total War Carthage Campaign, episode the 120th with me, Squawker. And when we left off, we'd had good and bad battles happen. We'd had well, actually, it was more bad battles than good battles. But hey, we control Lillebeum. We still have a siege to deal with Corrales because some certain units let me down. Therefore, we have to go and pick up reinforcements. Thank you very much. And then we also lost at Mediolanium, but we've got troops incoming within 2 turns' time because we're just going to buff up our forces and then we're going to set off. We're also going to try and type some rebel issues. So we've got Captain Hannibal, he's going to get wrecked. We dealt with one near Nepta, and I believe there's another one up here, but we are actually going to be on our way to deal with him within the next turn. So we are actually making a lot of progress at the minute. We are going to try and keep pushing against the Julii, but the Julii are going to make their attempt to push back. We do have an army incoming. Captain Manius is nearby, and he's got a lot of urban cohorts, so this could be a tough battle, which is why we're going to try and take him on a defensive. I'd rather try and take him where I have the advantage of my city walls. And also it may result in me having to prematurely send for reinforcements, but we'll see what we can do. Meanwhile, we are going to send for additional troops to go and help out at Corrales because, yeah, that was annoying. I was going to try and send my armies out to basically go and launch a full-on assault against... we can't retrain Quinqueremes. I was going to try and launch a full-on assault against Sicily because we've got 2 cities left to take, but unfortunately this is in my way, so we are just having people maneuver about trying to do what we can. But yeah, I'm pretty much done with navies for this turn. And in Lillebeum, we are suffering huge public order issues, which is really unfortunate. I guess it's because this guy is also quite strict, which means, yeah, more unrest but more law. And yeah, we've got a lot of unrest. Law isn't really fantastic. Garrison isn't doing great. I mean, yeah, we need to try and do everything we can to try and get public order back on our side. If not, the town is going to imminently rebel and flip back to the Brutii, which would be an annoyance, but we might be able to quickly retake it, and then we may have to unfortunately punish the city, but I'd rather that not happen because Lillebeum is still a native Carthaginian city, and therefore that would be very, very wrong for us to do. We're also quickly buffing up our troops at Lugdunum, so we're going to try and set off there because Adabul the Mad passed away and Alicia the Riotous finally killed him. This does mean Alicia is probably imminently also going to rebel, but honestly, I don't particularly have a great desire to retake Alicia. Now, that sounds like a really shitty thing to say, and I do kind of need a city for its income because the town does have some money. Go away. I mean, the income here is okay. I mean, we're getting an average amount of money here, and yeah, actually corruption's going down, I think, because of the loss of Adabul. But my focus is really on attacking the Julii rather than dealing with rebels. I can't really afford to lose momentum against the Julii, and this is really our best chance to try and just take them out for good. So I'd rather have forces going to there rather than... I mean, we can organise troops from Lamonium and Condit Redonum to deal with Alicia if, you know, the rebel armies are too big, but it's not really going to be on the primary focus. It'd be a secondary focus. And speaking of secondaries, I guess we should now allow the secondary people in this campaign to have a go, as in everyone else who isn't me, and we'll observe the next turn. And I want to observe the Egyptians. We have spotted a few armies wandering around here, could potentially be on their way to say hello to me, and therefore it would mean I'd have to probably run back to Lepsis Magna, but for now we're okay. So let's go to the next turn now and see what the enemy's up to.
Out of moves, great lord. We're under siege.
Right, so we did lose Alicia, but it flipped to the Julii, which means I really do want to take it back now because I'm not having a Julii hold on to it, and Lillebeum continually riot. So we're getting it out of their system. Ah, we're getting it out of their system. Good, good, good. Okay, we can hold on to the town for a few more turns, and if it's just that a case of that, right, begin establishing some more law and order, but yeah. I'm going to have to deal with Alicia now. How strong's the garrison? It's bullshit strong, that's what it is, and also the Britannians are still in the area, but I don't care about the Britannians right now. Okay, we'll prepare an army from Lugdunum to go and take that back, because if it went to rebels, fine, so be it, but it's gone to stupid, annoying bastard Julii, so that needs to be dealt with now. So civil revolt, yeah, we lost Alicia, the Julii have somehow reinstated themselves. I honestly don't know how they managed to achieve that, but they did. Numantia is also rioting, but that's really just because of the lack of people nearby, but I am going to upgrade the temple just to help them out. And Ishmunzar, you'll go and deal with rebels within this turn. Settlement besieged. Segesta is now under siege from the Julii. We don't know much more about the army apart from it's containing a lot of elite infantry, which is cause for concern. As for you, still a 2% chance to kill Quintus for cunningly somehow bullshits himself out of death. For now, continue sabotaging the area. Make sure we're not recruiting any good infantry, because I don't like them to recruit good infantry. And Aegil wants to join the family. All these Aegil's going to get married to Basilacheidus. He's already knocking on at 41, but he's a good commander, a good defender, and a bureaucrat, and I might have need of him. In you come, lad. Most advanced faction, by the way, it's flipped back to Egypt, because I guess Egypt just likes taking my trophies and my accommodations and accolades, and the Egyptians aren't moving a lot. He moved a little bit, but for now, you know what? Plant yourself in Siwa. That'd be a good place to observe the Egyptians for now. We can watch anything that passes through. Let's see what do you know about Siwa, by the way. Garrison is well, Egyptian chariots. It's not exactly the strongest garrison in the world, however, right now I simply do not have the resources to try and do a full push against the Egyptian Empire, and it would probably be a good way to commit suicide. Still, see if you can knock out Ptolemy Epiphanes. 29% chance. Chase him up and see what you can do. This just gives you somewhere to navigate to. Money, we're losing money. That's not good. Plague continues to plague Corrales. That's annoying. We've got 3 turns left to deal with that, so we've got to really get troops sent over now. So Carthage, are we to send? Oh, Basilacheidus. Right, you're going to lead a little bit of a liberation mission then. I want you to take some Poenes, and I want you to... Wait, didn't I deploy troops anyway? I can't remember now. My memory's shit. I did deploy troops, didn't I? No, I have these 2 losers, right? And I don't have anyone in this navy. Right, you. Bashilek, take 2... Well, take 3 Poenes. Take 2 units of skirmishers. I'm not giving you elephants for this one. I am giving you elephants for this one, sorry, Roman cohorts. Take these troops, and for God's sake, well, first it says, get rid of Admiral Quintus, please. No, that isn't called getting rid of him, that's called fucking yourself up, isn't it? There's always something going wrong for us, isn't there? Right, Milk Harem, you've got troops actually, so Milk Harem, yeah, I did have a navy with troops, I just somehow couldn't see it. Land your troops, and then come and bail this guy out of his shit, except you're not going to do it, but, oh, for fuck's sake, I'm just getting sick of the enemy just suddenly spamming massive navies out of nowhere. You blockade all their shit, and then they still have massive navies to deal with, right? You managed to kick him away, right? Return to port, and await further orders. You know what, you lot, if you can bail out your ships now. I mismanaged you, except you can't bail out ships even though you are on the coast, but... We're dealing with Admiral Retardicus here, aren't we? Right. And you... By the way, I will tell you, if you are all getting sick of my naval people saying, "I, Great Lord," all the time, don't worry. My ears are bleeding too from it as well, from all these stupid navies. Right, finish him. For fuck's sake. Guys, can you stop letting me down in every naval engagement I'm doing today? Because it's really getting on my tits now. You go link up, and oh great, we can't link up, I'm guessing, because fuck me, unless we can, come on, yeah, all of you on there, Admiral Abydus is disbanded. Oh no, great, oh right, just go fuck off somewhere else, please. Go on, go over there. I don't care if you're carrying cavalry, just get out of my hair, because guess what, Admiral Lentulus is on his way now, and he's got an army in tow. You can't go out and stop him. He's going to make landfall within a turn, isn't he? He's going to make the fucking landfall within a turn. Fuck off, Skippy Eye. This is not really the time to have you, but... Right, you. Do not cock this. Oh, wait, you can't do it within a turn. Why are you so disappointing? God, fucking naval combat in this game really does push me to my limit. Right. Deal with Numerius. Thank you, finally, a victory, except you don't fucking sink him when we buy routes outnumber him. No, he just fucking runs off across the Mediterranean. This is the shit we deal with in this game, and it honestly pisses me off to no end. Right, agent found, by the way. Yeah, whatever, don't give a shit. Right, faction announcements, by the way. Hasdrubal, Handum, and Mutinus Abusus have come to age. So Hasdrubal the Handsome is someone who's more of a governor than anyone else, so you can handsomely make your way to Tingy and enjoy governing Tingy, because that is literally all I'm going to give you, because... yeah, you don't look to seem to have... What's it with people being flaccid, by the way? That's also getting really annoying. And Mutinus Abusius, he's currently in Corduba. He's got a lot of shite traits about him already. He's a minion. He's a social drinker. Alright, social drinker, alright. He's plain. Manages to be restrained, which manages to keep driving his influence down further. He's also untruthful, which gives him more influence. Firm personal morality, which gives him more influence. What is it with your influence just being absolutely crap? I mean, look, you got no influence at all. I mean, you know, Stuffed Olive has more influence than your man. That's how bad it is. He's a confident attacker, but he's weak-chinned. Great. Does that mean his chin breaks really easily? He also has no enemies, but either way, this guy, there's not a lot special about you, and... I guess since you have one command, I'll find something for you to do. Amicus Volubis, by the way, gained a treasurer and a merchant. Akbar Lol gained a priestess of Tanit. Chaiseries the Handsome gained a priest of Baal. Chaiseries also gained a treasurer, and Abdasir Corduba gained a master smith. Right, this is really the turn where everything's going wrong, isn't it, by the way? Lamernum has a governor's palace. Great, goody gumdrops. Right, not really sure what we're going to build next here. Need to increase our recruitment potential, really, so, or even our money-making potential. Work on a bazaar. Actually, no, improve a temple. Always improve a temple. Keep those temples up and running, so there we go. Corduba did some crop rotation, so we'll give you something new to do now. Merchant's Quarter sounds really tempting, because then we can get even more money out of this area. Foundry, though, just so we can improve the quality of troops we're sending from Corduba. Oh, then again, actually, no, we need something that's going to increase public order. So, a secret police network now, just because, once more, we're running with a governor who just can't do shit. So, there we go. Establish a network of secret police now. Blah, 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 blah. Cirta has also completed its royal palace, which means we now have the best of the best of the best of the best. How unfortunately the best of the best of the best of the best. It costs me a lot of money, so for now, we'll just... hold off on construction for a turn, and we'll focus on recruitment, so begin recruiting additional Sacred Band. Massilla also completed its Secret Police HQ, so... oh, that's left as an academy. We won't bother an academy. We're just focusing on recruitment here for a second, so we'll just hold position here. In terms of recruitment, by the way, Lamernum some peasants, Carthage some Poenes, Tingy some peasants, Cirta some Sacred Band, Massilla some Poenes, Alicia some Town Militia, Lepsis Magna some Iberians. And that's all really about it. I don't really remember us telling Lepsis Magna to recruit Iberians, unless I did, then whoops, but it's because it's auto-managing, therefore it's going to start recruiting random trash. Right, thank you, game. I'll allow a unit of Iberians because they're always useful in some sort of way, but yeah. And yeah, marriage. Right, let's try and salvage this turn so far, because right now this turn has already fallen so far down the toilet. I'm not putting my hand around a U-bend to salvage it. Thank you, stupid, annoying, fuck you, naval combat. So we need to do with Alicia first. Captain Hiram, honestly, his army doesn't count. I don't care if my peasants have the best equipment in the world. They're not going to do dick. They can be used as a backup force, but really, we're going to send for an army out of Lugdunum. Even though the army here won't be able to do dick. But since the Julii are in no position to send reinforcements, we should be able to just starve the city out, which is not something I want to do because that's costing me time and resources, but it's something I'll have to do. So I'm sending everything that's half decent, get out there and initiate the siege, except you can't do it even within one turn. So Captain Hiram, initiate it now, hold a siege. We'll have to hold it up for 9 turns, but luckily we outnumber them, so I suspect they won't sally forth. They may try to send reinforcements from Mediolanium, but I'm going to, for now, assume that won't happen. Begin recruiting additional Poenes from Lugdunum, by the way. We are going to continue developing our army, and we are going to deal with Captain Manius, even though his army looks massively overpowering. We're going to have to do something about it. Right, you, Captain Heemsful. Do not cock this one up, because if you do, I'm going to be a very unhappy person. So, look, we massively outnumbering. Strength ratio is 5-3 in my favour. Just honestly, get on with it. I mean, look, the early legionaries, they don't count anymore. Just eliminate that urban cohort, and for God's sake, I want every last man of there killed. I shall then send for a new governor, and I shall send for additional troops since my navy has so far failed to keep the Scipii away. And therefore, we're going to be dealing with a pretty major battle there. So for now, fight this one on the battle map, and do not let me down. The gods favour the bold. I don't know how bold I'm being, but right now I'm boldly cross with my forces, for they are letting me down a lot.
This will be a grim day.
Right, let's just get right on with it. So, look, Poenes, I know you guys are always the best at killing urban cohorts, but there's 2 of you and 1 of him, so you know what to do. Cavalry, do not dare rout today. And also, when I tell you to charge down an enemy, do not randomly kill your momentum when you're about to hit. Hit them with all the force you
Now the
have.
enemy will know fear. Reinforcements have come, and your strength grows once more.
Right. Poenes, line up and prepare to engage. Cavalry, prepare to flank. Everyone else, we're coming from over here, so we'll be able to say hello. So, 2 units of town militia, you are to group up, and you are also to try and surround the enemy. We're currently camped up here, so we're going to make our line here. Peltasts, at least we've got fresh ammo, so we'll line up here as well to help out. And other cavalry, you barely count, so you're just going to stand there, and you are not going to get in the way. You are just going to... Well, you're a disappointment to me, really, so just stand there and just don't do anything that's going to piss me off today. Because I am on the edge right now. So, you know, don't do anything to annoy me. Anyway, all my troops are now moving in. They're moving in at a nice, decent pace, sort of, not really. Let's just speed this one up and get things going. As long as we can eliminate the Brutii threat out of here, then we can prepare ourselves for the incoming Scipii threat. It'll buy us at least a turn to recruit, retrain and repair. And hopefully make the people a bit happier, because they're probably... Well, actually, we've got a plague going on, so that does not make life easy for us. We'll be retraining every turn. Still, we'll do what we can. So far, the Brutii are keeping still. They haven't really picked a foe to go for. They might try and target this army, and if they do, then to be honest, fair play to them. They are going to start moving forward. We're going to send the early legionaries over here. So, right, you 2 town militia, get in there and deck him. Cavalry, you're getting too far ahead of yourselves. Get out of there. Peltasts, support. You just don't do a thing. I'm not having you do anything. Except I am. Get around the back and flank him. Peltasts, I want you to go and target the urban cohort. You'd be better off targeting them right now. These guys, the urban cohort's already make its way, so you guys get in there and attack. You get in there, finish them off. The early legionaries actually might fall at this point because they are completely surrounded. So I think they're actually we've stamped their ticket. Right, urban cohorts are incoming.
The general shows his value. He is filled only by a desire to save his own skin.
Good. You were victorious because the target was so easy to kill, and also because my Peltasts were so bad at listening. They're more interested in just wiping out my own army. Peltasts, I did say attack the urban cohorts. I didn't say continue attempting to murder my entire army through friendly fire. But then again, this is what happens when you play a Carthage. Sometimes your troops just don't listen to you. Or at least it's just when you don't have a general. Your troop. I honestly, this may just be me making shit up, but I'm also convinced that in this game, if you don't have a general, sometimes troops just refuse to listen to you. Anyway, he's trying to escape. I know he's trying to escape, so we're going to stop him from escaping. Except now he's not escaping. Okay, good. Keep him surrounded. Cavalry. Whoa back, whoa back, whoa back. Peltasts, you're doing a good job. Keep hitting them. You guys are about to take quite a pommeling though. Just take it on the chin. There we go. Alright, we took a few... We lost a few troops, but it's okay. Keep your spears down, lads, and just engage. There we go. This is how we do it. Right. Cavalry, form a wedge formation, get around the back. Other Poenes, get over here and prepare to hit. Peltasts are out of ammo now, but they've done what they can. Okay. We're alright. My guys aren't going to last forever, though. They're already quite shaken. So, cavalry, do not... Honestly, if you cock this one up, I will consider you disbanded, even if it makes no tactical sense to disband you. I will do it because you have failed me so hard. They're already losing momentum. Some of my Poenes are already on the route. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Nearly broken. No, we haven't even broken the urbans. They're still completely on top of their morale. Right. Pull out of combat. Pull out of combat. Not just yet. Right. Peltasts. Peltasts are going to move in and help. Poenis, keep your spears down and do what you can. Town militia, get in there as well. Just do what you can. I can't believe a unit of urban courts is giving my forces so much bloody trouble. This is literally just fucking stupid at this point. Right, you get in there and prepare to help. You do not muck this charge up this time. If you muck it up, I'm going to be unbelievably pissed. And I don't care how many times I've said that and threatened it, but honestly, so far you are just not performing up to par.
This is a shameful thing for your whole army.
Right, hit him as hard as you can in the back. I cannot believe I am imminently losing Corrales to the tiniest army because, alright, I may not have thrown the best troops at it to defend it because honestly I didn't feel I needed to. But at the same time, it seems any troops I have sent have just been an absolute embarrassment to my military prowess. So it seems that the urban cohort are beginning to lose some momentum now. This may be the turning point in this battle, but then again, my general is imminently about to fall, so you know what, get out of there. I know he remains eager, but honestly, he just seems to be dying so fast. It's honestly fucking astounding. I mean, he's not even a counter cavalry unit, yet you are proving yourself to be absolutely awful at your job. Some of our town militia have chosen to come back by the way and do the right thing, apart from other Poeni infantry have decided they just can't be bothered today. Right, come on, Poenis. They're holding the line still. The urban cohorts aren't going to last forever, but they can go down. Even the Peltasts are doing a good job. They're just doing everything they can to try and murder. I mean, that one actually there, I just saw him take one down. Come on, take him down, lad. Oh no, come on, take him down. You can do it. I know they can do it. Right, cavalry, get in there for another charge, and for God's sake, make this one count. Right, here we go. Cavalry's jumping in. You fucking twats.
The foolish general has got himself killed. How will your soldiers greet this news?
Why did you do that, you absolute moron? Right, I've got more town militia incoming. Town militia, get in there. The Brutii are on the brink. Town Poenis, I don't care about you. Watch your captain die. Finish him now. I've got them down. Apparently the battle isn't won yet, but then again, whatever else is left, the Brutii ran.
Victory is sweet indeed, and all the sweeter for being so decisive.
Calling that a clear victory is an insult to clear victories. I don't care if I won. That was an embarrassing battle I had to fight there. You men should be ashamed of yourselves for the performance you gave in that battle. Make your way into Corrales and prepare your defences. You've got incoming. I will not be sending a governor nor an army to assist you, by the way, for the time being. I am not sending people into plague-ridden cities. Erect a public baths at your earliest convenience in order to prepare yourselves. However, the Julii are currently strangling me navally for somehow, which is extremely annoying. Anyway, before we deal with the main event, which is going to be the defense of Segesta, you will now eliminate those rebels who have taken up a position on the bridge. See that they're eliminated. I will then be sending these troops away to the front because that is where they need to be. Here we go then. So Segerax of Mechlodunum, he has 529 men, and we just about outnumber him, so let's get in with it. Let's do it. Let's fight it. It's on the battle map. It's going to be a bridge battle. Hopefully it's a bridge battle we can win, because I like to win in battles, and I do like to win bridge battles. I just like to win battles in general, if I'm honest.
Today is a day for brave deeds, so that our fame will be known from one end of the world to another. Wherever men admire courage, our names will be known. We go now to our bloody business!
Right, let us commence our bloody business then. So, we do not have any archers of any kind, so we are going to really be marching with infantry first. I didn't even really get a read out on what the enemy forces were like, but if they are rebels, we may be able to just pass our cavalry across the bridge first very quickly. But we do have Libyan spearmen for general infantry support as well as Iberians. So we're going to deploy like this, and we're going to see what the enemy is up to. So right now they have Iberians, rebels. So right. And they also choose not to hold the bridge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my cavalry across the bridge nice and quickly. I'm going to cause chaos in that sense. Libyan spearmen, I also want you to try and get across, and Iberians, I also want you to begin your crossing. But once more, because this is a bridge and it makes everything awkward, it has to be one unit at a time. But either way, we're going to pass our cavalry over as fast as possible. I'm going to break right into those skirmishes to start putting them off balance. Dealing with a rebel general may be a little trickier, but luckily since it's mainly cavalry, we should be in an okay stead. We also do have Balearic slingers who are going to try and sling at us, but luckily I think they managed to hit some of their own men. Well, they didn't, but where they are stood, that is what would happen. Right, General, just be careful with where you're positioning yourself. You break into those skirmishes and make your move against them. As for you, charging into a unit of slingers head-on is not always the best idea, because they may just throw stones at you, but right now they're completely scattered and don't know what they're doing, so we use the element of mobility against the enemy, because right now we've got the skirmishes broken. The Iberian infantry won't last long in combat. You will target the enemy general and start wearing him down. And oh, come on, I saw a lot of that cavalry suddenly die for no reason. Get out of there. Come on, long shield cavalry. Every battle you fight so far has just been another excuse for you to embarrass yourselves in combat, hasn't it? And it is honestly now taking the biscuit, right? Iberians against Iberians, Libyans against cavalry. You just keep out of harm's way and avoid screwing up, please, because it is now just becoming ridiculous how frequent long shield cavalry is screwing up in this army. Like, I thought you guys were supposed to be reliable light cavalry, but so far you have proven to be a unreliable light cavalry who breaks at the first sign of having to do a simple little fight. I mean, there we go, those guys just broke instantly. I mean, seriously guys, it's fucking embarrassing at this point. And I don't have the money or the resources to replace you with Sacred Band cavalry, so you guys do have to pick up the slack, except you don't pick up the slack because you're fucking lazy. Okay, right, General's eyeing up my general now, so Libyan spearmen, I need you to get in there and I need you to support Iberians. Keep back the enemy Iberians. You should have a superior weapon, so this should be something you should be capable of doing. There we go. Right, keep them busy. Right, how are we doing over there? Enemy general's going down. My Sacred Band cavalry obviously is superior. Spears, keep it up. General, I want you to just pull away a little bit. I want the spears to take over. I want them to do the brunt of the work. You lot chase down whatever's left. Now, looks like the enemy fell for my little retreating feign there, which I didn't do, and I hope that was the enemy general dying there. I think it was. Right, kill them all. Looks like he lived this time. You are going to give me heart attacks, aren't you, Shmunzar Eldera? Right, chase down what's left. The enemy cavalry may escape, but we may as well slaughter the Iberian infantry. And then I can go and give my cavalry a great big disciplinary, since we lost an entire unit and the other one has just run off to disgrace themselves and hopefully shall never darken my doorways again. For that is embarrassing. My cavalry seems to continue to prove themselves to be completely inept at doing their jobs. I shall definitely be moving on to focusing more heavily on elephants and Sacred Band cavalry in the future. Long shield cavalry are beginning to lose their place at my side. Oh yes they are. They're going the way of a round shielded cavalry. They quickly became completely useless to me. Now it's the end of the age of long shields.
Lies in your grasp, and there is nothing the enemy can do but run.
Okay. We won this time, but some units definitely did screw up. We lost way too many men there. And we all know which unit decided to go and die the most, even if we did manage to take some kills. Quite a few kills, in fact. But you know what? They threw away too many of their own lives doing that. And honestly, it's just completely fucking appalling how often they do that. Anyway, Ishmunzar, you gained a trait increase, by the way. You've gained another command star, so that is good for you. And you've also gained a shield bearer. They're always useful. Make your way back to Numantia, which is currently still having a minor sulk. So get the militia barracks repaired so we can improve our recruitment prospects. And then even more peasants. Great. I love recruiting peasants. Hang on, what are the taxes like over here? They're still low, right? As for you, Captain Carthage, take whatever survived and ship it to Massilla for use in my other armies. Right, how are we doing? Skill harvest, by the way. Nice full banner there. Ain't that brilliant? In fact, your banner's so full, I might be able to safely disband some of your troops, because to be honest, I think you have a few too many. So, let's see, 95, so we're losing about 5% per thing I disband, so I'll do one more. Actually, you know, I can do both of them. There we go. And there we go. Right. It's on 80%, but that'll do, because you know what? That's just a few troops disbanded out of my way. Right. What else can be done this turn? Well, Cordoba, you need sorting out, don't you? Because you're just once more getting worse. I mean, even if Akbar tries to be a philosopher, he still screws it up. Mutini's, by the way, you will be leading an army. Could prepare one for you here if I so choose. And there are some tragic long shield carrier there. We'll send troops over. Oscar can also help. So Oscar, I wish for you to. Oh well, your options aren't really fantastic either, are they? And again, we will be getting access to Sacred Band soon in Oscar, so they will help. Recruit some long shield cavalry, even though I've said I don't like using them. But you know, when you can't recruit Sacred Band cavalry absolutely everywhere, you got to make do with what you have. Right, anyone else who needs things doing before we end this turn and also fight certain battles for Naba Martis, we're just continuing to increase the population now. It's growing at an okay rate. You are recruiting. Lugdunum isn't building anything. Let's improve the temple to Baal, get closer to Sacred Band. Condet Redonum, there's nothing really to build in Condet Redonum. Lemonum, you're building. We could begin working on some recruitment as well, but our recruitment options are limited. But then again, Iberian infantry are better than nothing. Parma, I want you recruiting now. You need to be pulling some more weight, so begin recruiting additional Poenes. Cirta, you're recruiting but not building, but there's nothing we can afford to build. Let's continue recruiting out of Tingi as well. Demidi, let's also continue recruiting as well. And also Hasdrubal the Handsome, I did want you to go to Tingi, so head over to Tingi and begin governing the town. Right. And Nepta, you're not doing a single thing, because really I'm just using Nepta as my money city. I'll just hold the line at Nepta, but those elephants, they'll be better off somewhere else, as well as those Poweni. So I'm having those troops shipped up to Thapsus, whether you like it or not, but they are going to be useful elsewhere. Right. I think that's pretty much where we can call it a turn, but we're not going to call it a turn. What we are going to do is we are going to go to Segesta. Okay, men. We're in for a tough one here because we also have crap cavalry. I'm sorry, maybe you guys won't let me down today, but look. There's a lot of enemy Romans outside our city walls, and they need eliminating. Kindly do so, please.
Prepare for battle.
Here we go then. So strength ratio is massively against me. It's 2 to 3 in the enemy's favour. We are outnumbered because they are bringing a lot of urban cohort, and their upgraded urban cohort as well. In order to secure victory here today, our onagers is going to have to be working overtime. I'm going to have to burn the enemy army into the ground. However, if we pull this off correctly and get our elephants in, because the enemy has foolishly not brought anything to counter elephants, we may just be able to either win or we're going to bust them up very badly. Either way, we're in for a tough one. Let's give it a crack. Pardon one offence, by the way, and you encourage the commission of many. And I seem to be encouraging the commission of many errors in my own strategy, as well as errors in using long shield cavalry, who are just my target for today.
On my orders.
Okay. Let's get ready, men. There's a lot of enemies outside the walls today. They're all piled up over here today as well, so I don't really care where they pile up. They can pile up wherever they want apart from inside a city. But there's a lot of them. So Onager, it's on you today. I'm going to get you out as soon as possible, and I'm going to get you hitting the enemy as hard as we can. So I'm going to have you set up here. We'll use the fire arrows. I know they're not the most accurate, but to be honest, they're the most deadly. Now, whenever we leave a city, we're going to go best foot forward. So Sacred Band, you will be here and you will be leaving first. Poenes, you will be my extra line, but you are also going to be Pilum line, but I'm going to, you know, go best foot forward first in case the enemy just tries to charge us. War Elephants, we can get you in a battle once the artillery has finished doing its job. And then Spanish Mercenaries, you're really just going to be a support unit today, so just prepare to do some support. Libyan spearmen, yeah, I'll have you try and target. Well, actually, no, Libyan spearmen do sometimes hold their own against infantry that's superior to them. You guys are no exception, for you did fight in the Battle of the Alps, so I may have uses for you. Balearic slingers, I'm going to position on the gatehouse right now, because if the enemy chooses to advance a little too close to me, we may be able to exploit that. Cavalry, you'll all march as a squad, so I'm going to have you positioned here for now. And you will prepare to basically march out. I'm going to try and put you somewhere away and not in potential firing path of my onager. Still, that is everyone set up apart from the barbarian mercs, who are going to be marching alongside the Spanish mercenaries, because, well, these guys can take on the other barbarian mercenaries, or we could just try and use them as, you know, additional infantry. Either way, we're going to give this one a go now. So there's a lot of Julii to kill today, but then again, there's a lot of Julii to kill today. I like killing lots of Julii, and therefore we shall. Okay, onager. Looks like the enemy's going to try and make a position. Try and see if you can launch a successful shot, or actually, you know, better yet, just... Oh wait, I can't get these out of the city, can I? Right, these guys can't leave the city, alright. I forgot they can't leave the city because this game's fucked. Right. Prepare your first shots. And the enemy will not be running off, by the way, due to any stats or... Oh, that was close. Right, give it another go, onagers. But I suspect the enemy's going to position themselves over there. Onagers, reposition yourselves on that corner of the city. I shall grant you the ability to triple speed in order to prepare yourselves. For the onager will need to move across the entire area, but... don't know why the Julii are messing me around like this. It's kind of weird. Oh well. If it is what they choose to do, you know what? Men, we're going to prepare ourselves, so we're going to make our battle line. It's going to be all the way over here, but, you know, we've got to make it somewhere, so... Let's prepare our sacred band. They're going to make that line, but... Poenis, if the enemy does choose to go forward, we are going to have you set up as the main line. Libyans, you're going to be on the flank. Merc squad, I'm going to group you up, and you're going to be on the other flank, so there we go. Slingers, you're going to be right at the front to provide firing support. Elephants, have you at the back. And cavalry, we'll have you on the flanks ready to help out. There we go. Right, we all have an order. We all know where we're going. So, you lot get going. Onagers, you just keep moving up, please. So, there we go. Just let everything get into position. Still, a very curious strategy the Julii are attempting to adopt today. I don't quite understand it, but... I think they're just trying to be awkward is what they are actually trying to do. That's all they're doing, being awkward. But still, my men can position themselves there for now, since my onager can frustratingly not be wheeled out from the gates. I'm pretty sure this thing isn't even taller or wider than the gates, by the way, but what do I know about manoeuvring shit? Because I don't really know anything. Either way, we are just going to target this, and by the way, I can just go around and blow up my own buildings if I want. By the way, I could get rid of the proconsul's pass and maybe replace it with something a bit more Carthaginian. However, that's stupid and wasteful. So we're going to position our onager here, and then we're gonna annihilate the enemy from afar. Either way, my troops are making their way out of the city. We are just forming our battle line up here, more or less nice and neatly. It might not be perfect, but we'll clean that later. For now, I will just have my troops out of the city and ready to do their job. The onager is what's most important right now. We need that ready to do its work. Now the merc squad will just move you up over there. Just have you line up over there, ready to do your business. Sacred band, they're all lined up. Sacred band, we could probably try and get you a little closer together, couldn't we? So try and just go there, and then that's just going to even you up a bit nicer. Right, onager, where are we at? Nearly in position to open fire upon the enemy, so get ready to do your work. The enemy hasn't quite won yet. Well, they haven't won yet anyway. They're going to lose. That's what we're going to do. I'm not letting the enemy just control my lands. Right, enemy's on the move. Can you fire from here? You can't fire from here. Why can you not fire from here? Come on, they're in range. Some of them are in range at least. Hit that guy, come on. Fire at will as well. The enemy may be trying to advance upon my line. Perhaps I've tempted them. Actually, I haven't. They're just going to sit there. Okay, good. Let that shot go loose, but then... Ooh, careful. Target the center unit. That was a close shot, by the way. Keep doing what you can, onager. It's on you now. Right, get this next shot ready and get it done right. Come on. Let's hope this shot goes down properly. Whoa, we could be onto a winner here. Oh, yes! Perfect. A good hit on the urban cohort. Keep it up. You know what? Target that unit of urban cohort. Just give you, I'm going to give you know, that's your primary focus. Urban cohort. Yes! See, by doing this, we're going to reduce their numbers as far as possible. This will be what makes the strength ratio 1-to-1 rather than 3-to-2 in their favour. I might just force them to run away entirely. Either way, it's not their den. You know what they say about dense clusters of units and onagers? They're a fun combination because that happens, they get blown up. Right. Keep hitting them as hard as you can. Looks like we've got their army on the move. It's not quite on the run, but I think it's just trying to reorganise itself at the present. But oh, not quite this time, onager, but keep it up. I've still got plenty of ammo to come. Keep trying to hit that urban cohort, by the way. I'd want urban cohorts being hit primarily. They're the toughest unit of the lot, and I'd rather just not fight them. Leave me the soft and squidgy units for my infantry. It may sound like I'm just trying to give them an easy time, but at the same time, we can't kill all those urban cohorts with just my depleted infantry alone. And perfect. See, this is what I employ you for, onagers. You are just brilliant at clearing out infantry. I am hitting my own walls, I know, but it's alright. We haven't done any serious damage to them. You know what? Any damage I do to my walls is just paid back 10 times over when that happens. Keep it up, onagers. Looks like we are going to try and move again. Good. Right, whoop. Oh, careful. Right. As they were just trying to shuffle themselves around a little bit. We'll monitor them. See what we can make out of this. Try and hit that centre unit if you can. Try not to hit the walls, by the way. We are already 8% damaged. That's a little bit too much. Well, 8% too much, really, but it's a necessary sacrifice this time around. Okay, prepare another shot. And I want you to hit them as hard as possible. So far, we haven't eliminated a lot of the enemy army, but you know what? We're starting to take some lumps out of them. Oh, hello. Oh, double whammy! The Urbans took a massive nobbling, and as did the Praetorians. See, we just keep taking out the strongest units here. We're giant killing. Not that they are giants. I mean, these are just fucking weak-ass Romans who we're taking out, who shall never be as glorious as Carthage. But, you know, gotta do our thing. Gotta keep the hurt up. Oh! You tease there. But, oh, thank you very much. What was that what you hit? Another unit of urban court. See, this may not cripple morale-wise, by the way, because I'm not exactly just doubling down by bringing my infantry in immediately, but what we're doing right now is we're just having so much good luck here. I hope my infantry can back up this success by, well, killing a lot of them. My war elephants should be sufficient to probably give them the morale-draining double down there. And I haven't even used half my onagers ammo, by the way, and, ooh, careful! It would be useful if I could just bring my onagers out into the field, you know, but you know what they say. We can't let you do that because we don't fucking know. Said creative assembly, right. Oh, this could be a good shot, by the way. That's a very nice split, by the way. And yes! Not the best shot there, but still. As long as it's hitting something. Right, target that unit of urban cohorts. Now they're your new target. Just keep hitting urban cohorts. Praetorians, the Poetids and Sacred Band can deal with, but Urbans have got to die. That one went miles away. Right. Anyway, since we are at the point now where we're just hitting them as much as we can, we're just going to triple speed this one. The enemy doesn't see... Good hit again. There we go. Look at that. It's just fun to watch an enemy army just get slomped into the dirt by my onager. Oh, come on. Alright. That's getting risky now. Look, try and tie up the centre unit now. You might have a bit more luck hitting something there, because I'm seeing... Oh, good shot there. Ooh. Just keep having some close shots. That's a shame, but... There we go. Okay. We've had our fill there. And you know what? We've definitely put a nice big punch in there. How much of the enemy did we take out just by artillery alone? Let's have a little look. 8%. Alright, I was expecting a bigger figure there, but you know what? It's still a good start. That's less urban cohorts for us to deal with, and it might have just softened them up a little bit. So, Infantry and slingers, we need to start moving forward. Slingers, you are going to target those auxilia. They are the unit I wish for you to hit. Poennies, let's make our line here and try and get it right. I don't want you just randomly lining up like that. Come on. We'll line up here. Sacred Band, I'm going to have 1 Sacred Band per flank. I'm going to change it up a little bit. I want a strong flank. It may get deceiving with the appearance of a flabby centre, but it's alright. I'll have other units helping out. Mercenary Squad, you are to assist in the centre. Libyan Spearmen, you will also assist in the centre. Cavalry, line up on the flanks. Elephants, begin trying to mow down something with your arrows. Julii are going to run away in retaliation, that's fine. It just buys me a little bit more space with which I can make my line. As I stand up on top of the charred and burned corpses of their comrades, which I charred and burned very nicely with my artillery. Still a bit of a shame on what I did to my walls there, but oh well, whoopsie daisies. You know what, it was still a worthy sacrifice. I mean, at least I didn't blow it up and let them in. That would have been very bad. Like, extraordinarily bad, but nope. We have now the chance to take down a slightly softened foe. Satisfying, isn't it? Right, men, let's just speed this one up a little bit, just so we can all get into position and prepare for the great Julii killing. Right now, the balance of power is evenly matched, by the way. Let's just hope it stays there. Well, not really. I want it to move even further up in my favour, which is why we're going to try and pelt them now with slingers and elephants. The elephants will provide great help with their bows and try and shoot down some nice weak auxilia. But if we can try and pin them down with the infantry, I know the elephants may panic and could risk a berserk against this much infantry. However, they could absolutely wonk their numbers down to next to nothing if we pull off a hammer and anvil here. We could, I mean, it's basically a good anvil, but it's basically bringing down the hammer of Thor on. Well, it's not Thor, these are not armored havers. The hammer of Thor's younger brother, who I don't know his name of, but you get the idea. Basically Thor when he's got cramp in his wrist. Right, either way, let's just keep moving it up. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Getting into positions. Balearic slingers know what they need to do. Right. Slingers are now starting to get a few shots out against the auxilia. Managed to kill at least one of them. They have a unit I want them to target, so keep it up. Just keep moving forward a little bit. All my troops are now more or less in line. Sacred Band, I want you to be lining up here. That's where you want to be. Poennies, call it there. That's where we're going to make our line, right? You lot, get forward a little bit just to provide some help. Sacred Band, get there and get ready. Elephants, stop and just shoot anything that comes within your range. Right, slingers, get a shot against those, get those Praetorians and then retreat. Skirmish away. There we go. Right, now get a shot out. Elephants, keep doing what you got to do. Mercs, here and ready. Got some other mercs trying to move around by the way, but you know they're just up to no good. Right, Sacred Band, get there and get ready. Slingers are in a bit of a pickle here. They are somewhat surrounded by the enemy, but it's alright. They'll live for now, because right now they've got the chance to hit the urban cohort in the back with their stones. So, but right now you've got incoming. So right, get behind our lines and prepare to well, not die. Right, you lot over there. You lot, get away from those barbarian mercs. They're a bit hairy and a bit smelly, and they're not really worth our time, because I don't trust you right now, Long Shield Cavalry. I honest to God don't trust you. So for now, just retreat a little bit. We'll deal with the mad and blue barbarians later. Even better yet, Yutpan, since you're Sacred Band Cavalry, you might be able to get in there and not die. Right, elephants, begin preparing yourselves for Operation Stomp, is what I'm going to call it. Every phalanx unit right now is currently engaged in battle, and they are doing everything they can. I've got Yutpan now distracting the barbarian mercs. Cavalry, we need to get around the flank and we need to prepare to start hitting the enemy as hard as possible. Elephants, Operation Stomp will only happen if you're quick, so be quicker. Barbarian mercs, I want you to war cry now. And I want you to try and plug in that gap. Elephants, I've got a little bit distracted by the way, and they're just trying to plough through my own lines. That's what they want to do, then so be it. Elephants, target the urban cohort in the rear. I want you to plough through and hit the rear forces. Hit the vanguard. Cavalry, hit the main line. See, the elephants are already beginning to cause chaos, but if we give the enemy the impression that I just want to target the enemy's vanguard, they won't expect my elephants to suddenly turn around and go, you know what, I want to hit the main body. So elephants, you know what, I want to hit the main body. Get in there and do what you do best. Libyan spearmen, seal up this gap here. Pewennies, provide support here. Spanish mercenaries, I don't know why you haven't chucked your pilums yet. It might be because I haven't put you in fire at will. Fire at will against those urban cohorts, please. Cavalry, chase down whatever's retreating. You lot get in there, you lot get in there and give the enemy a good hard hit. Elephants, that was just a fantastic charge I watched there. I didn't get to witness the entire thing, but what I did see was you just taken out basically 3 enemy units all by yourself. To move forward now and try and hit the enemy as hard as possible over there. Cavalry, it's on you to try and bring down this urban cohort unit there. You're doing really good though. Keep it up. Sacred Band are giving it their all right now, but they are now extremely depleted, which is very dangerous for us when we're thinking long-term goals. But you know what? If we break this Julii army here, I think we'll have pretty much reduced them to a point where they'll have barely any military power left to use against me, apart from all the shit they've got camped out in Alicia. Either way, elephants right now are just having the time of their lives. They're remaining eager, just running around, killing whatever they wish. Got my Spanish mercenaries coming in to chase. Let's begin advancing our line forward as well. Come on, all phalanx units. We're going to advance forward now. Bring our line up to here. Give them no breathing space. Right. Cavalry, where am I at with cavalry now? It's becoming a little bit of a mess. Right, cavalry, I want you to come in and I want you to crush those early legionary cohorts. Elephants, what we're up to right now is we are losing momentum and therefore we might start seeing some of you die. So just to avoid that, let's start speeding up. Let's just get a little bit of momentum going because I've just seen one elephant die and I don't want to see another elephant die. Because when an elephant dies, that means something's going wrong. Start chasing down anything that's broken. I'm gonna let my infantry finish off whatever's not broken yet. And my cavalry's doing very well at just giving the enemy legionaries absolute hell right now. Even my long shield cavalry are actually performing up to scratch for once. See, this is a performance I like you to give long shields. I know you've lost a few in battle, but you know we are fighting top tier troops. But here, we're not just immediately collapsing. We're making the effort to stay in battle. Okay, mercs, I want you in there and I want you helping now. Come on. Right, cavalry, you've broken away a little bit because I ordered you to. I want you to come back in now. Get yourselves reformed. Not you, but you need to reform over here. But either way, with our reformed cavalry, we might be able to. Yeah, we've done it. Right.
Chase them from the field and give them no rest or pity.
Chase down everything, men. Managed to break off a nice big Brutii army here. Oh yes, they may have had so many big old urban cohorts, but I see now that most of them are dead or burned. Which means, actually it's the same thing, they are dead. They are dead and or burned actually, but you know what? Still oh, did little Captain die there? What was his name by the way again? Captain Manius. Captain Manius from bloody maniac, thinking he can take me on. We've just proven to him that it's not a very good idea, in fact. Right, you lot. Keep moving, keep killing, keep up this momentum. Elephants, what are we up to? Well, we're just charging down whatever we can. We're also just trying to shoot down whatever we can. See, this is why I just love these guys being such a hybrid unit. Just, you know, it's like it's like those tanks with little machine guns on them. You've got the main big thing, and you just got the little thing that usually gets a load of kills when you're on battlefield 3. Right. Go and chase down whatever's left of that auxiliary now. We've got the enemy wrapped up here. See that last little urban cohort there is also... Oh, wait, it's a Praetorian. Either way, see that he's killed, please. Quite a few enemy have escaped, but to be honest, barely any of them have. One unit of urban cohort didn't get hurt quite as bad, but... You know what, I think that was the one that was just luring in the back for the entire time, so, you know... That's why he didn't get a lot of kills, but you know what? Plenty of lovely Roman bodies in there. A lot of Carthaginian ones too, though. Sacred Band took a very big beating here, but at the end of the day, we've managed to beat back a very large and very serious threat. Let's just hope we can do the same for our other provinces now. Because we can't let the Romans suddenly gain the upper hand. And come on, guys, what is going on here? Right, look, just stop. Is he trying to fight back? Thank you. Okay. Finish him off. Jeez. There's always one guy who just doesn't die properly, isn't there? Either way, that is a victory. So let's see what grade we're given. I'm thinking it could be clear or crushing.
The soldiers have brought you a great and deserved victory. The enemy are crushed.
A crushing. Thank you very much, because I feel like we have managed to crush the enemy quite nicely there. I mean, we've crushed them to a point where only 81 of them survived. So basically that unit of urban cohorts and maybe some other randomers. All we can say is the enemy got wiped. Onagers, by the way, 141 kills. Mercenaries, 98 kills. That's good for them. War Elephants bringing 246. Actually tied with my long shields. And a general 424. Good going, lads. Very good going. Segesta is safe. The Julii are beaten back. And now they're probably quaking in their boots with fear. Right. Either way, Segesta's saved. Initiate with retraining whatever we can retrain. Merge the last of a sacred band together. And to be honest, we need to work on a better barracks, which is what we are doing. We are working on a barracks that will give us access to Poenes. It's just a case of me trying to get reinforcements there as fast as we can. Still, a fresh army will be marching out of Massila next turn, so all is good, and we will just hold Alicia to ransom for as long as possible. Anyway, that is where we are going to call it an episode. However, it is an episode that ends with a 0, so you know what that means. Progress review time. So, what have we achieved in these last 10 episodes? Well, we've achieved quite a bit. We've invaded the Romans on their own home turf. We've beat back a small Egyptian in a skirmish. And we've gained a few more territories to our already ample supply. We retook Scalabis. We now hold Condate Redonum. We hold Segesta. And we also hold Lepsis Magna. So that gives us a net gain. Oh, and also Lilibaeum. So that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4 provinces gained. However, we did lose Alicia, but it's a temporary. So that gives us a net gain of 3 provinces, which is brilliant. So let's have a little dive into our faction area and let's see what's going on and what we need to be doing. So, as it stands, Carthage has been restored as capital city, which is brilliant. Mick Powers of Cunning still reigns as faction leader. He's been knocking at it for quite a while now as well. He's doing quite well, though he has managed to achieve a ripe old age of 63 now. And I doubt Caelius is going to last much longer either. I mean, he's 61. These guys may die of old age quite soon. Yeah, it'll be a shame to see his generation pass. Either way, we now sit on 22 regions under our control, which now puts us over 2/5 of the way to the territory requirement for victory. So we are now well, actually we're 3 provinces away from being exactly halfway to victory. This is a very exciting prospect now. And we now sit on 344 victories against 121 losses, which means we now have over a 2 KD to win-loss ratio. So that is brilliant. However, we only have 174 years remaining now, which puts us at just over 300 turns left in this campaign. So, you know, we still have time, but time won't be there forever. In terms of our finances currently sit quite nicely. We're set to make a profit, and to be honest, we haven't really had that many money issues lately. And as we expand our holdings in the Mediterranean and take hold of these nice, rich Roman coastal trading territories, we'll make even more money out of them, so that is a very good prospect for us. However, our expenses are quite close to our income. However, I do believe there may be some outliers within these figures, just due to 1, I've spent this turn already, and 2, losing Central Gaul has just put a small puncture in our finances. Either way, in terms of diplomacy, we continue our alliance with the Greeks, who also continue to pretend to be helpful, but to be honest, I'm probably just going to send a diplomat over just to collect money off them, which actually would be a good idea. And we also have a new enemy in the form of Egypt, who are fighting me and only me, and continue to hold their protectorateship over the Armenians, who just, well, exist. And yeah, that's really it for diplomatic information. I mean, so as we can tell, the Britannians still remain a wild card. They are enemy of the Greeks, though, and still remain an ally of the nearly non-existent Gauls, but they have continued to trespass. Captain Ambiorix is still in the area, but honestly, I still see this as a possible innocent transgression. The Britannians seem to remain extremely mysterious. If they do attack, then they will attack. If they don't, then I shall leave them in peace for now. I have no motivation to attack them. I see no gain in them. I see more gain in attacking Egypt, but for now, that is not something I'm going to do. They are extremely powerful, and we really need to have the entire, like every last city in our faction concentrating on that. But for now, our focus is the eventual defeat of Rome. In terms of lists, here's some lists. Just all doing their stuff really. In terms of faction rankings, well, let's see where we rank now. As you can see, we're still on the up and up. Here's all the factions in the world, and here's the living factions in the world, and here's the top 5. We are now sitting on number 2. The Egyptians continue to ride high over number 1, which is really a good reason to why we probably shouldn't invade them yet. The Julii now sit at 3rd, but they're on a decline. The Brutii have, well, crumbled down to all the way down to 5th now, and the Britannians have overtaken the Brutii to sit pretty at 4th place. Where the Scipii are, I don't know. We're actually down here. They're not doing fantastic. And we do sit now almost 200, well, probably are 200 turns into the campaign at this point. I don't know. There's no turn counter. So yeah, we're actually doing pretty good there in terms of all factions. As you can see, below the top 5, it's all a bit of a crush. We've got these guys, well, actually, this is just all factions. I mean, living factions. So, you know, we've got Armenia and the Greek cities. Just, well, yeah, the Greek cities have gone down quite badly. Scythia doesn't seem to be doing too well either. Parthia's just bumming it near the bottom. Same goes for Gaul, really. Yeah. It's definitely becoming clear at this point in the campaign which factions are going to be the major players in the end game. And my end game involves finishing off the Romans and our eventual liberation of Tyre. That's the end game for us. Still, how these end games will come to light is for another day. For now, I wish you all a very good night, and I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Rome Total War. Next time, we're going to concentrate our efforts onto the liberation of Alicia, which we're going to hold on to. And we're also going to make our next move against Mediolanium, as well as prepare ourselves at Corrales for a possible Scipii invasion. And it'll all be revealed on the click of a button that ends this turn, which we will click on in the next episode. So I hope you had a lovely time tonight, and I will see you all on the next time. Have a fantastic evening, my friends.